Rewrite the following expression so it contains at most one radical term that does not contain any perfect square factors. So first thing I like to do is type it in Desmos and see if we can just get the answer with a calculator. So when it's a decimal, dang it, we have to actually factor it out and do some work. But there's our answer. It's 12.7. That's not the answer here. We're going to rewrite it. So let's go, and we want to take out perfect square factors. So our first step is to factor what's underneath. So 162. I always like to start with just dividing by 2. Okay, so 162 divided by 2 is 81. And at this point, if you know your perfect squares, you are done. Do you know your perfect squares? 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. These are your perfect squares. If you know these, you will get through these problems quickly. So I'm saying that because guess what my next one is? 9 times 9 is 81. So here I can break this up into 9 times 9. And I know the square root of 81 is 9. So I can rewrite as 2 times 9 times 9. And I know that those two are perfect squares. So remember, they come out of the square root as 1 because the square root of 81 is just 9. It's not 9 times 9. It's just 9. So now I have 9, and then this poor square root of 2 is left over. And that's the answer. So 9 square root of 2, I like to check. Look, it's the same. So say you're like, I don't know my perfect square factors. This is going to be so hard. Guess what? You just keep going. So where I stopped at 9 and 9, you would keep going. 9 is 3 and 3. 9 is 3 and 3. We're down to our prime numbers here. And so I would rewrite that as 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And now when you're taking out your pair of numbers, remember there have to be 2 guys together. And when they come out of the square root, it's just 1. So now I have 2 3's on the outside that we multiply. And then we still have that 2 left over inside. 3 times 3 is 9, and the square root of 2. So if you don't know your perfect squares, that's okay. You can still get down to that answer. It's just going to take you a little bit longer. So 9 square root of 2. Make sure you check your answer. You have 3 tries. If you need help, come find me.